I know that you are tired. I know that you've had enough. I know that every single day for you right now feels like a burden, and every single morning when you wake up, you feel like there is no hope. There is no hope for the way you were before, for the positive person that you were before. Something suddenly has shifted in you, and right now you feel like there is no going back. And if you honestly don't know what is the next step to take in order to feel better, this video is for you. Sit down and let's talk. Now, I have only two options to offer to you. The first one is don't do anything. Just stay where you are right now. Don't do anything. Feel sorry for yourself and just keep on living your life just by existing and not actually living it. The second option is that you take your life in your hands. You finally realize that everything that you are experiencing right now is actually you yourself who manifested it. You yourself who created it. It is finally time for you to realize that you are the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Because your situation isn't fixed. You are not fixed. See, every single thing in life constantly is changing, constantly evolving. Seasons change, weather changes, people change, situations, so everything changes. And what does make you think or believe that nothing is going to change for you from this point on? What is making you believe that? Only your own mind, right? Every single thing that you have right now in your life, your self-concept, all the events and situations and people that you've ever manifested are the result of your own thinking and beliefs. It is time for you to just realize that. Because when you finally do, because when you finally accept the facts as they are, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are not who you were. You are who you decide to be right now. And that decision can change any time. Whether you decide to listen to me right now and actually decide to change your life, go ahead and do that. And if you don't, please click out of this video because I don't want you to listen to what I say next. See, I have been through a period of my life when I felt the same way. When actually physically smiling made it hurt, okay? I couldn't just do that. I couldn't. I felt like crying all the time. And for no reason whatsoever. I would just sit down and I felt like crying. Or I would just be at school or whatever and I would just feel like crying all the fucking time. And that is ridiculous to think about it. And I thought at the time that there was no hope for a better future, that I would never be the same girl with her rose-colored glasses, believing in positive things, believing that she could be the master of her fate and the captain of her soul and all those things. I thought nothing was possible. And I needed someone to come up to me and say the things that I know now. I needed someone to come to me to ensure me that I was going to survive and I was going to actually live my life as the best version of me. I needed someone to give me a reality check and tell me that every single thing I'm going through right now in my life is something I have created for my own self, Nobody did that to me. Nobody had ever come into my life and tell me, you know, it's time for you to feel like a victim. It's time for you to not love yourself. It's time for you to just stop believing in yourself and that something good is actually possible for you. Yeah, so you can just live your life like that and actually exist and not live your life, right? And that's basically the main reason why I am right now making this video, so that the person who feels the same way that I felt has this video, can click on it, listen to what I'm saying, and get out of the situation as fast as possible and not stay there. Which basically leads me to the next thing that I want to point here, is that no matter how low you are right now in your life, no matter how bad you're feeling about yourself and your life, it doesn't matter as long as you can stand up and keep on going. If you are low in your life right now, doesn't mean you should stay there forever, right? You can always leave. You can always plan out your exit, plan out what steps you can actually take here and now, today, right now, in order for everything to finally change for you, in order for you to finally believe in yourself. Now imagine a book, any book that you have on your shelf right now. Someone obviously wrote that book. Every single book has their author, right? And that person who wrote that book, he decided upon what their character was going through, what circumstances, events, and people was she living with, right? That author decided on every single thing that went in that book. And now you need to realize that you are the author of your own life. And your life is a book you are writing. What do you want yourself to do so that other people enjoy reading that book? Ask yourself this question and think about it, okay? You don't need to answer so fast. Just sit down and think whether someone would actually like reading the book that you are writing right now about your life. And if your answer is no, obviously you need to change what you are writing. And only you can change that, because you are the author. Nobody will come, take your pen and write the story for you. Nobody, okay? And when you finally realize that, change will come. I read this quote yesterday, how when you decide what you want in your life, when you make a committed decision, the universe will move fast with you. And that is obviously such a powerful quote, and it actually says a lot about life. Because honestly, when you say, okay, you know what, I'm done. I've had enough, and I'm not going to be this miserable all my life, obviously. I'm not going to just lock myself in my bedroom, cry all days long, and just do nothing about my life and feel like a victim all the time. No, I'm not going to do that, obviously. So I need to get out of this situation as fast as possible. So what can I do today in order to get out of that situation? What do you want? Just think about it. If you don't like your life, imagine the life that you like. Look, you don't like your life. That's a fact for now, right? Now that you know what you don't like in your life, it's easier for you to decide what you do like, obviously. So go ahead and think about every single, in the very detail, think about every single change you want to see in your life today, and start actually working towards those changes. You can always start small, obviously. When it feels like that smiling is hurting you physically and you can't just do that, you don't you can't, okay? You can't start by big gestures, obviously. You can't do big things because you're like in that situation still and it's really hard. But you can always start small. If you take the first step today, however small it is, you have already started building change, okay? The cycle is broken and you are stepping into the new era of your life. Another thing I cannot wait for you to realize is that self-concept is everything. When I found out about the law of assumption a few years ago, I realized that self-concept is with us from the day that we started actually building our character, right? From all the subconscious beliefs we have, from everything we've ever been taught by our parents or other people that has been there in our life when we were growing. And every single thing, how you react to any situation in your life, to any person, how you respond, everything is your self-concept. And knowing that is already a power, right? Is already you feeling like someone who can take control of their life. Because think about it this way. When you feel so bad about yourself, obviously you're not a confident person and you don't love yourself. You don't have self-love, you don't have self-respect, you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in anything good. And you basically don't believe that you deserve anything good in your life. You are that low, right? Your self-concept is so poor, is so bad, and it's time to change it. Always start from your self-concept, and that is something I learned when I was super down in my life, and I would Google ways how to change your self-concept. Obviously, it's through reprogramming your subconscious mind. There is no other way, because every single thing that you are experiencing in your life, whatever you believe in, is coming from your subconscious mind. Beliefs that you have been taught since you were born, from people that were present in your life. Every single belief, you need to finally tell your subconscious mind, tell yourself that not all of these things are true. Not everything that you have been taught is true, right? And when you finally accept that right here, when you finally realize that you don't have to believe anything other people are telling you, you don't have to please other people, you don't have to act like a good girl so that other people don't talk shit about you and say nice things about you. But the reality of things is that no matter how good you act, no matter how nice you try to be around people, they will always find something bad in your character and start gossiping about you. And you can never please every single person, so why try? You can never be liked by every single person. There will be people who don't like you for no reason whatsoever, and that is totally fine. It's their choice, and basically you don't have to care about that. Could you please right now take a journal, or maybe just a piece of paper, I don't care. Just take a piece of paper and write down all the limits and beliefs that you have. Every single one of them. Or basically the ones that you want to get rid of, right? And then start crossing each limits and belief one by one, and across from it, write down the opposite things, the opposite beliefs that you want to believe in, but as if you do believe in those things here and now. You know, guys, what is very powerful in this exercise is that you physically cross out the things you don't want to believe in, and you emotionally actually accepting that. Another thing is, and this is so important, is how you view your own self and how you look to your own self. I know that's basically self-concept, but I'm trying to go in detail here. And I want you to right now tell me if you believe that you are beautiful, that you are truly, 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 truly beautiful. That is so important to believe in, because every single person is beautiful, and when you see that in other people, is you actually seeing that in your own self. My point here is to make you finally believe that you are good enough in every single area of your life, that you are beautiful enough, that you are smart enough, that you are educated enough, that you are in any area are enough. Okay, please, 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 please start believing that. Go ahead and start affirming. Go ahead and start writing down every single day 10 things that you love about yourself. Even if you don't feel like you do, go ahead and do that. Still do that. Every single day. Every single day. And then come back here and tell me that you don't feel like you have that self-love. After writing every single day how you love every single detail in yourself. Another thing that I want you to realize today is that life isn't that serious. Stop taking life as if it's the most serious thing you have ever seen or experienced, because it's not. Start treating your life as if it's a game and you are moving from one level to another just by playing this game and so on. You get the point. And when you start actually treating your life like that, you will not treat it as something so serious, and you will not feel depressed and stressed all the time. Because honestly, we were sent to this earth to actually enjoy what it offers, right? And we have been given limited time on this earth. And we have only this one life to experience everything we want, so why waste time? Why stress over things that will not matter at the end of the day? Why just believe in things that you don't want to believe in, that will never bring you to the version of your life that feels best for you? For instance, there are so many people that are trying to actually go ahead and achieve things just for other people to see and feel jealous about that and be like, oh my god, they achieved that thing, they're like so successful and so on. But actually the person who achieved it doesn't even feel happy. And you know, a lot of situations in life lead me to thinking that people don't care about you, and that is actually true. Nobody cares whether you look stupid, whether you look cringe, whether you're sad or happy. Nobody is thinking anything about you, okay? And even if they do, who cares, honestly? And you're sitting there in front of all these people and you're thinking, oh my god, what are they thinking about me, blah blah blah. But no, they are not thinking anything. They are too busy with their own problems, with their own life, because they have one. And basically, they probably also thinking about what you're thinking about them. Because, see, people are a bit similar in the way they tend to think and behave. Because when I was super depressed and sad, I would be like, I'm wondering if other people are feeling the same way. And then I would just stumble upon a video on YouTube how a girl was describing the same thing that I was going through, and she would feel the same feelings. And I would be like, wow, this is like so comforting to know that other people are also experiencing the same emotions and you're not alone in this. And basically, I am telling you that right now, that you are not alone, and it's super okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel stressed. It's okay to feel sad, even though nothing is wrong. Even if nothing is wrong in your life and everything is perfectly fine, it's okay to feel sad just out of no reason. It's fine, because we are human beings and we are allowed to experience different emotions. That's our nature. And You don't have to sit down and punish yourself for feeling that way. And also, you don't need to constantly convince yourself that you have to be happy all the time, because that's literally impossible. You cannot be happy all the time 24/7. You can't, okay? Because everything is changing in this life. Nothing is constant, just like I said previously. Nothing is constant, and feeling happy today doesn't mean you'll feel happy tomorrow, and vice versa. If you're feeling sad today doesn't mean you'll feel sad tomorrow, and so on. Like, your life can change any minute. You can start changing the people you attract, the events and situations, circumstances, everything. You can start manifesting different things starting today and at any time, you know. Even if you don't feel like doing it today, even if all you want to do today is cry all day long, it's fine. Go ahead and do that, actually. Because, okay, you will do that tomorrow, but eventually remember that you'll need to start somewhere. You can't just go ahead and feel sorry for yourself all the time, because at the end of the day you will get sick of that. When you change your self-concept finally, when you actually start changing your life, you will start manifesting better things and experiencing better things in your life. You will start feeling happy more often than feeling sad. And what I really want to say here is that at any time you can catch yourself when you think about your reality and you think how you don't like it and how you don't want to be here. You just catch yourself right there and you remind yourself that this reality, this version of reality, is just the result of the past assumptions you had. And when you remind yourself that constantly, you go ahead and take everything into your hands and start every single day visualizing the reality that you want to create for yourself, actually feeling like you are living that reality. And that's when you start shifting and breaking the cycle. And last but not least is a very important thing that I want to mention, guys, is that, look, whenever I was trying to force things to happen in my life, whenever I was forcing some event or anything, it would always actually run away from me and never appear in my life. And it is so freakishly important to be able to let go and not hold yourself emotionally and not attach yourself to anything in your life emotionally. For example, you are waiting for a change to happen, but you are attaching yourself emotionally to that change and you see nothing changing in your life eventually. And you need at some point to finally let go and just go on with the flow. And maybe my next video will be about how to let go, because that is also a very relatable topic that I want to cover. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked it and I hope it was helpful for you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.